Hey Elemental, welcome back to another math video. Tonight we're going to be writing two variable equations for situations. Let's start off with a trivia question. From the Big Apple, who is this guy? Why is he so important to the New York Yankee organization? Alright, tonight officially our target is I can write a two variable equation to represent a situation. Let's do this thing. Let's just jump right into the must know words. You got to know this stuff here. What's this input or x called again? Domain. Very good. And the output or the y value is called the range. Good. And in the middle here, what happens to the x to make it y? What? Function. There we go. All right, so that's what we did last time. We took a function table like this, and we wrote a two-variable equation. We'll see what's going on here. We're going from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. So whatever the y is, we're just taking x and adding 1. So we're going to do the same thing tonight, but we're going to do it for word problems. We're going to start off in very much the same way. We are going to take and make an xy table. We're going to figure out the rule. We're going to write that xy equation and then substitute in the variables from the word problem. Not a big deal. We can do this if we follow those steps. All right. The local Taco Bell makes 120 Dorito Locos tacos per hour. Write an equation using two variables to show the relationship between the tacos they make, T, and the number of hours, H, the store is open. All right, so let's make an XY table. So I just made one here real quick. If they work 1 hour, 120 tacos per hour would be 120. 2 hours times 120 would be 240. 5 hours would be 600. So my XY statement here, the Y looks like it's 120 times X. We can figure that out. Now just substitute in your variables here. So they got the one variable stands for the number of tacos made. So the number of tacos made is equal to 120 times the H, or 120H. T equals 120H. You might see it like that. Remember that the equal sign is that balance point. Both sides on both sides of it would be equivalent. All right, let's take a look at another problem, and then I'll have you try a couple. The cost of Grand Old Creamery special order ice cream flavors, they're delicious by the way, are $40 per pail plus $3 per ingredient. Write an equation using two variables to show the relationship between the number of ingredients, I, and the total cost, C, for a pail. Same thing, step by step. Make an XY table. So here's what I did. Here's my XY table. So if I got one ingredient, I'd have to pay $3 times that X plus the $40 to give me $43. If I had two ingredients, I'd have to take $3 times that 2 plus the 40 is 46. So it looks like my y equals x statement here is that y is equal to 3 times whatever x is plus 40, and x is the number of ingredients. So substitute in their variables, the total cost C is equal to $3 times the number of ingredients plus 40. All right, we just worked our way right through those two very, very quickly. And I'm ready for you to try a couple on your own. So I will read you the problem, and you go ahead and do your thing. I've got your little list over here to follow. Mrs. Crothers makes $9 per hour dressing up like a chicken and waving at cars in front of canes. It's not a dignified job, but it pays the bills. Write an equation using two variables to show the relationship between the number of hours she works, H, and the amount of money she makes, M. Go ahead, pause the video and do that. All right, well, here's what I came up with. My little table. If she works 1 hour, $9. 2 hours, 18. I didn't feel like I needed to go any further than that because I could already kind of figure out that the y is equal to 9x. So I'll go up and substitute their variables in. So the money she makes, M, is equal to 9 times the number of hours she works. Once again, equations have equal signs. All right, have you try another one here. Sarah's Gourmet Cookies cost $10 per dozen. It costs $5 to ship each order, no matter how big it is. Write an equation using two variables to show the relationship between the number of dozen cookies, D, you buy, and the total cost, C. Go ahead and pause it and see if you can come up with the XY chart and the rest of it. All right, let's see how you did. Well, 1 dozen would be $10 for the dozen, plus that 5 would be 15. If you did 2 dozen, it would be $10 times the 2 dozen would be 20, plus that 5 would be 25. So again, I didn't need to put a third one down. I could already see what's happening here. The y is equal to $10 times the number of dozen plus 5. Let's just substitute in your variables. The cost is equal to $10 times the number of dozen plus 5. It's right there. when you go through them step by step like this, they are pretty doggone easy. All right, so I've got this one right here. I'll have you take a look at for your ticket to the show problem. Martha rents a moving truck in New York City. The truck costs $75 a day plus $7 per mile. Write a two-variable equation that shows the relationship between the number of miles driven, M, and the total cost, C, for a day. Go ahead and make an XY chart. Go through the steps just like we have. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and see who this guy is. This is Derek Jeter. The guy's amazing. He's an ambassador for baseball. I'm not a huge Yankee fan, but it's hard not to like this guy. I mean, he just played the game right. And I miss him. He played in 2000, last game he plays in 2014. In his 20-year career with the Yankees, he had 3,500 hits almost, 260 home runs, and a lot of those home runs and extra base hits were big hits in clutch situations. This guy is something else. He's a legend in New York, and he was just a real good leader, and like I said, an ambassador for baseball. So, all right. Good luck. See ya.